Thank you, Peter. Excellent presentation. And he stole all my thunder, so I don't need to talk about silver anymore. Anyway, so I want to, I went to this metal investment forum start with Joe. It looks so downbeat. I want to inject some energy here. I think we have some very interesting opportunity right now. Okay, so first of all, this recent gold rush, this chart is from Bloomberg as of last week. At the end of last week, about 7 days ago, gold, the premium in China reached $121. Okay, that's the historical high. I'll explain that in detail. This is my disclaimer, and this is from World Gold Council. Okay, so you can see the Shanghai premium steadily go up. Their World Council is a little bit slow on that, so this was as of last month. But you can see the premium of Shanghai versus London is expanding, and then boom, it will explode. This is also set the tone. This is a Chinese, central bank gold holding. It's going up every month, and then actually going up more. You see, recently even going sharper. And this is official reported. There are also people talk the actual buying is much more than that, so they didn't report. So it's secretly accumulating more gold. And this is also from World Gold Council, but because they are a little bit lag behind, but you can see the spike of the premium the week before that, the last month already at historical highs, so at $40, and then it spiked to all-time high. This is a Bloomberg, which is a real-time chart. But I can tell you it's came down already because China actually, the premium is so high, people actually smuggle gold into China. You can bring a suitcase of gold if you can happen to go through the airport security, and then you buy gold from anywhere outside and then bring into China and sell it. So, but what it means is that this type of premium means money, means gold is flowing into China at a historical pace. Well, in the US, in Canada, nobody really cares because, we have this real interest rate, we pile into treasure. But I just want to tell you, there is a forceful buying of gold right now on the other side of the world. So the Chinese, so why is this phenomenon happen? Why is that? All right, so there's multiple reasons. China is just opposite of us. It's a negative interest rate. Government is cutting interest rate. The currency is weak, and the housing market has been tanking. It's going down since COVID. I think problem happened before COVID. So in the past 3 years, I was talking to some friend. That's hypothetically, this guy, retired guy, he has 5 apartments in Beijing, and then this is life saving. And he was very proud of himself for many years, for 20 years, and then it has been going down steadily in the past 3 years. So he got worried. So what he did is sell one, right? Maybe put a quarter or half of that into gold, some into bank deposit, maybe some in US dollar. They try to diversify. It's not just people I want to buy gold, or rush. It's not there yet. It just people got worried. I want to put some of my life saving in gold. Okay, that's just a little bit, but China has so many people, 1.3 billion, right? So just little bit money into gold. You already have this kind of gold rush. And also, that's pretty much. So gold is become the hedge, right? So if you look at gold in Chinese yuan term, actually it's an all-time high. It's just keep going up. So, and then for people like, okay, now I'm smarter. I used to be smart holding the empty apartment. Maybe it's time to put some money into gold. So what is ending? So the Chinese government, they have all these quota and then limitations on gold import. I think they opened the floodgate last week because this is a premium. They're going to be smuggling into China anyway, so why don't we just import it? Maybe we can, get some tax benefit or some other things. So they open up. The premium right now, last time I checked, because it changes every day, it's so volatile. Last time I checked, about $50. Okay, so that for last Friday. So it's still very, very high. I'll show you the chart. I mean, actually, we go back a little bit. I show you. You see the chart, $50. Show you. $50 still very, very high. Very, very high bar. Okay. So, and I can show you the historically, the top of the gold about 2011. That's the top. This spike is if you heard of it, there was a Chinese housewife versus gold mine, right? Chinese housewife was buying gold. That was this spike. That actually led to gold appreciate over $100. So my thinking, okay, I'm not thinking, I'm almost certain, it's not, but nothing is 100%. If the premium around $50 persists for a few weeks, we will see $2,000 gold for sure. Gold will be probably much higher than that because all these physical are going to China, okay, there's so much gold. And then even people here selling gold, they will be taken like this. So again, that's, I just talked, okay, I'm done this. Yeah, I'm done this. So basically this is I'm thinking different type of ending, but I think the conclusion is just watch this for a couple of weeks. If this persists, $50 premium means massive amount of gold going to China every day right now as we're speaking. If it persists for a couple of weeks, I think gold is over 2,000. There's almost certain if you look at historical incident. Okay, so what happened in the United States? I think Peter has very good touch on that very well. I mean, this same thing. We finally have a real positive interest rate. So, and because you can put in treasury, you can get 5.5%. I mean, I put a lot of my kids, all the education money and my family, I put it there too. I mean, well, why not, right? Got a real interest rate. So there's massive amount of money piling up in the treasury, right? Just last month, there's $1 trillion. I told $1 trillion go to treasury, just like that. It's feel like a sucking sound, suck all the money out of equity market, including juniors. Just make the investment in the other areas so much difficult because people just say, oh, I just give up. I take 5.5%, 500 interest, okay? But I want to show you this chart. This is a very interesting part. You see what happened here? What happened? So the real interest started to drop. The real interest rate was here, similar to this. And now when 2008 happened, real interest rate drop, what happened to the gold price? But we don't have gold price here, but you know what happened to gold price. Yeah? So gold actually shoot up. And then where's gold top? About 2011, right? If you remember last cycle, silver hit 50. That Peter pointed out very correctly. Silver spike. This around that. So they have a real correlation between the real interest rate and with the gold and silver price. I mean, for the record, I was telling my subscriber to sell gold around 2012 period. So actually, I made a good call. I mean, so that's why my newsletter was Chen's buying, what I'm selling. I also tell you what I want to sell because I saw the peak. And I did sell silver at $50. I have future market. I put a good till cancel order at 49.5, something like that. And I sold my silver. That was last spike. Well, that was good trade, okay? So, but I think this time, I won't put the 50. I think silver will blow past 50 and go much higher and show you why. So this is another one. I think Peter also have a very similar diagram. I think you can Google yourself. So what the hell is this? Are we going this kind of interest rate is not sustainable? Okay, so we'll have another 30% mature next year, and then they'll pay 5.5. They pay real interest rate. The United States will be bankrupt. So that's, you think about that. Put this and think about where we are and real interest rate. So my point is this. The real interest is not sustainable. It will come down one way or the other. So when this come down, what's going to happen with gold and silver? You got to be prepared for that. So again, this is another chart just show you where to invest. We have a recession coming. We know the real interest is coming down. What's the best performer? It's gold. Gold is the best performer, of course, also corresponding to silver, right? And then commodity is also doing very well. And you can do that, and the stock usually is the worst performer. So you got to be careful. I was talking to my friend. I think this year really looks like the setup into 2008. But of course, we may not have the same 2008. 2008 has policy mistakes and all the others. So this time around, I think the Fed will save every bank. Okay, they will not allow Lehman happen. Things will be different, and a lot of people scared. I also do a lot of thinking, a lot of talk with my friend. What if 2008 happened? I don't think people will be stupidly selling gold again. Because remember 2008 had a big spike down of gold, and then big shoot up. Because everybody go AI, they look at the historical case. If there's recession happen, what we're going to do? People will bid up gold. So I don't think it will be a much downdraft, okay, on gold. That again. So let's talk about the silver. We already take a lot of time. I think Peter already hit the nail on the head. So this is a very important. This is from International Energy Agency. Okay, they recently revised up their estimate silver and solar 35% for last year, 30% for this year. Why is that very important? Because our Silver Institute, I have a long-standing argument with Silver Institute. I think their prediction, well, I wouldn't say they're fraud, but they're backward-looking. They always use International Energy Agency, okay, as the data. But their data is so far behind, and the solar is progressing so fast. So I said, your prediction, not predictions, what happened, a year ago. So, but the same thing for the Jeffrey Christian, CPM. They also use International Energy Agency data. But I'm telling you, recently, International Agency, they upgraded the solar 35% for last year and 30% this year. What's going to happen? They have a big upgrade coming November 15th. I'll show you what happened last time what silver moved when Silver Institute came out with their biggest deficit of in the decade. That was the last November. And this November going to repeat, and they're going to be even worse because of this upgrade, okay? I'll show you that, and the solar become number one. Peter also mentioned that I don't want to repeat. This is a research report from China, but it's based on Bloomberg data. We are just only the beginning of this solar boom. Okay, that the solar, and then the massive use of silver. Actually, I have the same report as Peter. So you see that, I just want to point out, they will use 53% of the silver use 53% by 2025, 2 years from now. Silver Institute, if you know that, their prediction is half of that, okay, as of last year. About 28, 27. If you can, it's online, you can read that. So I see the big upgrade is coming, and then will caught a lot of people by surprise. And then again, this is a technology. I think also Peter mentioned that. This is a very rapid, this is a trend force. They're very, very smart, very good. People pay a lot of money for that. This is their prediction for this year, the top count, which use actual silver. And then for next year, and then the prediction by 2025, more than 50% solar panel will be used with TOPCon, which use much more silver than the standard solar panel. And then the cost, I just show you, this is a very, very interesting. This is also a chart from China. I think I got recently, but they got, it's European. They use euro because they buy. You can see the dramatic drop of solar panel price, okay? Because last year there's supply challenges or component challenges, and this year there's no more challenges. So there's massive production of solar panel, use more silver because the technology advanced. Even each unit they use less and less, but new technology use more silver. So you can imagine how solar panel will become so cheap very feasible. You put everybody on the roof, and especially, all the places I went to the college, and then all the parking lot is on top is a solar panel. Because it's getting so cheap, you can do that. And then that will spur more and more usage. So a lot of people think a solar panel is ESG. Well, it is ESG, but also it's the cheapest source of energy right now, cheapest, and then getting cheaper every day. What you have that natural gas, coal, and other generation, it always get more expensive over time. Solar panels are getting cheaper over time. Okay, that's very big difference. So this is what I want to show you because this is how you make money. Okay, take a look. Take a look what happened last year, November. That's when the Silver Institute came out with a report. What the report said? The silver deficit is the biggest in the past decade. Okay, they will have another report. The date is November 15th. I hope you can write down on your calendar. I will be there. I was invited. So they will have a new report, revised report, okay, for the silver forecast. I think you see this very similar pattern. The weakness downdraft this year, I see it will be another move, especially if gold start to move in the next few weeks. So again, there's another, I don't have too much time. There's another critical metal I think that's very interesting. Okay, personally, I'm trading, I'm buying. So far this year has been a very good year for me is platinum. Platinum also faced a huge deficit. And what it does is that China doesn't produce platinum. So Chinese government secret buying platinum. So they don't announce it, but everybody knows in the industry because every time platinum drop below $1,000, the Chinese import goes much higher than what they need. Okay, so they pretty much, we know in the industry, they're taking platinum, they just put it on the storage. So every time platinum is drop below $1,000, so for the trader, it's very easy to trade. When platinums drop below $1,000, you can buy, right? I mean, I've been doing this for a few rounds this year already. You just buy it. Also before, a few years before, you just buy when it's below 1,000. When it's over 1,000, you can sell some. I usually don't sell a lot because I think sometimes it can go a lot higher. But I sell some when it's over 1,000 and below 1,000. I buy some. Just an idea. You can still make money. Again, so we don't have too much time. Let's quickly go through that. China is having huge surplus this year. Even their currency is weak, and the U.S. interests that got that, and the money on the sideline. Huge money on the sideline, and then where we are at the market, I think we're pretty much, right? China PPI has been very weak, but recently has been rebounding. Okay, it seems to have bottomed from the chart. Even it's still negative, since Chinese PPI still looks like bottom. So usually the PPI, the copper inventory is very low. Yeah, PPI usually, the rebound of Chinese PPI usually related to the restocking on commodity, including copper. So we are I feel in commodity for general, we are in the middle of a super cycle. Okay, so there's many commodities, there's so many different companies, you're here you can talk to. Not just, I'm most bullish on silver, also like gold, copper, and many others. And we are because there's underinvestment of the mining industry for decades. So this thing, when they go up, it can have a super run coming. So this the super cycle, commodity super cycle is my favorite. We are right at the bottom. Okay, so think about that. Even we have a tough year, but think about the good time potentially ahead of us. So this is my, it's my website. I run a newsletter. I run my family business around newsletter. I not only invest in mining, also invest in other sectors like energy and biotech. I actually have a very good year in biotech and good year so far in energy. I was thinking to invite some energy maybe one or two energy companies. There's a lot of very, very interesting company out there as well. So generally my audience, my newsletter subscribers are active investor, wealthy, or some hedge funds as well. Okay, So that's pretty much. And if you have any questions, I'm here.